Hi, everyone. I'm Mesha with As Long as You're Breathing, and I've been asked to be the guest host for my friend Gabrielle Washington, who has the group Twin Flames and the Afterlife. And Gabrielle and I met, a couple of years ago now, a year ago. I'm not sure, but it might as well just have been a couple lifetimes ago or 20 lifetimes ago. So that's how well we are connected and know one another. So thank you, Gabrielle, for asking me to do this. And so why don't you tell us, since it's your show, actually, I'm just guest hosting, why don't you tell us what we're doing for your group members? You have a wonderful large group. So
Well, I have a lot of members in the group, and I have a lot of members that are coming on board. The group is centered around twin flames that twins have passed away. But of course, we do have other members in the group, but that's what it's centered around. So, with a lot of twins that are coming inside of the group that are finding the group that twins have passed away, I want to give them, they're asking a lot of questions. And so, I want to be able to go through those questions, give them some feedback on those questions so they can know what direction to look towards or where to go, and just give them some guidance because I know this part of their journey is really, really hard.
right, and so we're calling it Twin Flame Tuesdays, but it's Valentine's Day, so the first one's going to air on Monday, so it's going to be a special. But we're actually going to be doing these on Tuesday. So, all right, well, I think what you're doing is amazing. I can't imagine losing your twin. I can't imagine it. So, and I know we've had you on Every Life is a Story, and you've told your story, and I know I can't think about your story without. I can't handle it. So I can't imagine running a group. So I honor you for doing that because it's a wonderful service you're doing to a community that needs it so much, because Twin Flame is so beautiful and so intense. And so I honor you for the journey that you have that you're having to live, actually, because you are living it. And of course, no one's ever really gone. I mean, we're energy. So you're both living it still. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the first question then.
Okay.
I've been wondering if twin flames are not meant to establish normal 3D relationships at all, and that our divine partnerships may instead be destined to fully unfold in the afterlife and higher dimensions of existence when we have released our physical bodies from this realm. Any thoughts on this?
Well, this is a deep question because we can go into the arena of the different lifetimes, the arena of we are living out different existence together. So let's just try to fragment it down a little bit.
Okay.
Now, I do believe that twins are meant to be together. Now, but we all come here with different contracts with each other on how we're going to play this out. So with my contract, me and my twin, he in this existence, he was meant to cross over and I was meant to stay here. Well, that's not going to be for every twin. You know, I know some twins that are in union. I know some twins that are not in union. So it just depends on where you are on the evolutionary of you all's ascension.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that question. But that's the simplest way to break it down without getting into the, we might be together in this lifetime, and in another dimension I might be dead, without getting too far into it, because those concepts can be kind of mind stretching for people that aren't ready to go there yet. But now this is the kind of work I do go deep into with my clients, so we do get deep into this. But for right now, that pretty much sums it up in the simplest form.
Right. Yeah. I know. For myself, I can't imagine the twin being here incarnate at the same time, and that because we know twin flames have a mission, and that mission, I get a little concerned sometimes that people think that means they're being told what to do, and no, you agreed to that mission before you came, so nobody's taking your free will away. It was your free will that you picked it. So I can't imagine either that they're not meant to be together, but of course the way that plays out, when they get together, how they get together, that's different for each one. I believe too, with the stuff I've seen and been channeled. So I think you answered it beautifully. So
it's definitely different because you have to think about it. We have different traumas, different lifetime we've lived. So we have different things that have built up within our ego. So we have to transmute all those lower energies. So when we're not in union, we're transmuting and working through those energies to get to our higher self aspects of ourselves. So, you know.
Yeah, we have to transcend from living in the heart space, skip the mind, which is telling us bad programming, and get to our higher selves. And so we do have to heal in order to do that, because we've got all this programming to release. Get rid of that stuff.
Get rid of it.
Yeah. And so, because some people don't know what we mean when we say you've got to heal, and they're like, heal from what? Well, from societal programming, of course, from the expectations that society has told us that this is how you should live, or past traumas, things that have happened to us. And we carry those in our DNA imprint energetically from past lives too. So yeah, it's not necessarily as simple as there's my twin, but I think you answered it very well. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next question. I have a question and would like to hear from people on here. After a twin flame dies, has anyone moved on with another partner? How was that? Do you still feel the twin flame's presence?
Ding, ding, ding. I can answer that easily.
Yes.
Now, the moving on part is a part of the healing process. At the beginning, when my twin flame passed away, I had said, I'm not dating anybody else. It's over with, you know. People were like, you're so young, but I just couldn't see past that where I was energetically. But as I started communicating with him, and our twins do communicate with us, as I started communicating with him, I start to go deeper within myself. I had to meditate and pull back the wounds and pull back the trauma of losing him, because I seen the accident that causes death. So I had PTSD after that. So I had to heal through all of that. So when we're in a low vibrational state, it's harder to work with those higher energies because we're in a low state. So I had to work through those energies to be able to come out on the other side. So with that being said, it's all about healing. It's all about healing at the end of the day. Reiterate me to the question a little bit more, because I got kind of lost with the story of it.
That's okay. After a twin flame dies, has anyone moved on with another partner? Okay. How was that? And do you still feel the twins' presence?
Okay. Yes, you definitely do still feel their presence. Even more so now. I'm gonna go to that part before I get back onto the moving on part. You do feel their presence even more so now, because it's like you're integrating. Because the more I become within this physical form into my higher self, the more I integrate with his higher self. Now, with that being said, I don't want to steer too far off, but he has reincarnated again in this lifetime. So even though, and when I say this can get kind of mind stretching again, we have our higher aspect, which is always in union. We're always in union in that aspect. But when we get down here and fragment into this denser form, then that's when we break off into these denser forms. But with that being said, you definitely do feel their presence even more so now. When I work with my clients and stuff, it's like you're working. That's why my other branch off company is called Two Souls in One. You're working with two souls in one.
Yeah.
And so, but you do find, so when you really dig into more than what the twin flame union is, what society says is about. They think it's just about this love, this romance, and this and that. That is just the fragmented part of it.
Right.
We are meant to do so much more in a grand scheme. We are energetic beings that are holding this high vibration. So we're meant to bring that frequency of love on this planet. Yes. So when you're able to look into the bigger aspect of things, then yeah, you can move on to love someone else, because the person that you get into another relationship with, these are just other aspects of yourself at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we are all one. With you being able to tap into the higher levels of yourself, you can definitely move on to another relationship, because you understand how love is supposed to flow. Love isn't meant to be stagnant. It's meant to be held.
Yeah.
So you're definitely able to move on. And yes, you do still talk to them. You do still communicate. Even now, it's even more so now, because I do the work and I pull back traumas and I reprogram my unconscious mind. So the more I do that, the more my connection grows deeper and deeper with him in that aspect.
Right. I guess a good follow-up question that would be, how do you tell the other person, that you meet. By the way, I have a twin flame. I mean, how do you have that conversation? Because the connection is like no other. So, I mean, it's like, how do you explain that?
Well, for me, I was just open and honest with it, because when I first got into the relationship with my boyfriend that I'm with now, it was really fresh after he had passed away. It was like a year after he had passed away. And so I wasn't even really working and looking in that direction at all. It just kind of like happened. But I was just open and honest, like, I have a twin flame. I'm talking to him. I'm a medium. I'm figuring out, this is when I was going through my journey of figuring out that I was a medium. And so I was just open. So the best thing I can say is tell your truth. Tell your truth. However, it doesn't matter how someone else, how crazy they think it is. If they think it's crazy, then they're not meant to be with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is a lesson about how we heal to begin with, because it is very difficult when these twins know about one another and can't get into union, or haven't been able to. But the truth of the matter is, if you're not in vibrational alignment, you're not going to be happy anyway. So pretending or hiding something, not just being who you are and being honest and trying to be in union, you're not really in union. That's not going to work, and that doesn't mean that people don't get together and compromise. I mean, we can talk things out and agree, okay, I can deal with that. And we can do that. But it's when we're hiding who we really are, or when we're hiding something that big or something that doesn't work. And the relationships don't work. So you don't want a relationship that's you're not in vibrational alignment with one another. So that's
completely agree.
Yeah, hard. Okay. All right. I don't know if anyone can help me here. My fiance passed away in August of 2021. I cry every single day, even if only for a few minutes, until I can distract myself. Oh, don't get me started on distraction. I haven't felt him around me, and the very few times I've asked him to come in my dreams, either I dream of someone else, like another guy pursuing me, or when he's in the dream, I'm always chasing after him, trying to get him back from another woman, or unsure of his feelings for me. I always seem to be begging him to come back to me. Makes me doubt his love, like he's not loving me anymore. It leaves a very broken heart when I wake up. I've been told by someone that we are twin flames, and that felt right by what they said. I need to know that he still feels the same hurt I feel, even though I know they don't have physical or mental pain there. Any advice how to get him to come to me, or how I get through this? I spend all my time sorry, I'm having to find it now. I spend all my time in my bedroom. I just can't find joy in anything at all. He wouldn't be one to want me to find someone else, and I definitely don't want to. I'm 59 and so over that chaos. He was my high school sweetheart, and we were reunited after 34 years. Can't imagine, girl. I cannot imagine what that woman is going through. Bless her.
That is a big question.
It's huge. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to break this one down. Can you give me the first question? Because
she cries every single day, even if only for a few minutes, until she can distract herself. I don't want to steal your question, but right there, distracting yourself and not going within and healing, that one just immediately, that one got me. So of course we need some distraction, I understand, but I haven't felt him around me, and the very few times I've asked him to come to my dreams, I either dream of someone else, like another guy pursuing me, or when he's in the dream, I'm always chasing after him and trying to get him back from another woman, or unsure of his feelings for me. I always seem to be begging him to come back to me. Makes me doubt his love, like he's not loving me anymore, and it leaves a very broken heart when I wake up. I've been told by someone that we are twin flames, and that felt right by what they said. I need to know that he still feels the same hurt I feel, even though I know they don't have physical or mental pain there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the part where they don't have physical and mental pain there, they don't. That is a denser, lower vibrational. This is an energy that is in this like dimension. Now let's back it back up, and I'll get back to that as well. I would want to ask as well, the energies that you're feeling about chasing him, and him being with another woman. I would want to ask you, what relationship dynamic did you all have when he was here? And the reason why I'm asking that, from personal experience, when my twin was here, we had some infidelity within our relationship. And so I had to go through those energies, like after he passed away, and he started communicating with me. I went through a period where I would yell at him. I freaking despised him. I would scream, like it was me peeling back those layers of hurt and pain. And I had to transmute the thing of looking at, you betrayed me, you cheated on me with someone else. So the reason why I'm asking that is that, did y'all have any ebbs and flows in your relationship when he was here that you have to transcend yourself to be able to work in that energy that he's at now?
Right. That makes perfect sense, because even though we all are one, and even though, relationships, are seen differently energetically, it still doesn't change the fact that couples choose to be together for a reason, and we only have so much gratitude to show. So it's really that whole having a bunch of people in your life thing. Well, okay, it's not a morality thing at all. It's not. That's what it's about. It's about, you don't have enough energy to show gratitude for. I mean, that's what attracts somebody to you, is the gratitude you're able to show, the love you're able to show. So yeah, I have no idea. They got back together after 34 years. She's 59 now, so it doesn't sound like they had a lot of time together, because they were high school sweethearts. So it doesn't sound like they had a lot of time.
Yeah. So I would start there in those centers of, when you're doing this healing process, you're wanting to communicate and reach out to him more. And it depends on too, when spirits cross over, and I know this from being a medium, it's different from every spirit. I've had some people that when they cross over, they're ready and eager to try to communicate right away.
Yes.
Sometimes they're not. Sometimes I've had people where I've had to turn down readings because I'm like, spirits like, you're not going to be able to communicate with them. So it just depends on where he is energetically, what he's, because he's on the other side, but he's still doing work himself too.
Yeah. Just because and I guess that's something to explain too, is that the other side is merely a dimension that is vibrating differently, so we can't see that. And they don't feel exactly what we feel or go through the pain, etc., that we're going through, just because they're vibrating in a different frequency. But it doesn't change. They're very aware. They don't forget. I mean, they're aware of all their lifetimes. And so yes, they're very aware. And having been twin flame, they probably incarnated together before, so that the twin is very aware. Now, I understand her. Well, I want to know that he's still feeling this too. I want to know that he's missing me too. Well, I believe they do. I believe they understand, but I don't think they feel it as pain. I think they see it as, okay, I know energetically they're going to be in this dimension. They're going to vibrate in this dimension again too. And so I think they just have a different, well, as Elizabeth Kipp says, that's the control tower up there, the dimensions that we can't see. And so they're in the control tower, and they can see that your plane's going to land soon, and they're going to get to spend time with you in that dimension. And so it's like, they're not, and of course there's they want you to be happy. I mean, they realize, okay, we can't interact. And so yeah, but I get where she's coming from. I want to know he's feeling this too, But I would say, because of that higher dimensional understanding, it probably, more than feeling it, I think take comfort in that they understand. Yeah, because I know she doesn't really want him to be hurting like she's hurting. So I think really what she's trying to say, and just hasn't gotten there yet because she's hurting so much, is she wants to know that he understands. And I think that's what she's needing so much, is to hear the other. And maybe if she puts it that way, his energy may come.
You stated that well. I was just about this. You stated that you took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It's perfect. That
Imagine
is perfect.
that. We do that a lot.
Yeah, we do. This is what we do.
This is what we do. So yeah.
But yeah, if she just goes into the energy of asking him to bring that, because he understands now. Bring the understanding, because you all are one. Bring the understanding into your energy field, so you can understand and you can feel that love and you can incorporate that within your body. That's a part of the healing process.
You know, I think too, for twins who aren't able to, at least at that time, come into union, the one who is awake, the one who is aware, all of that, I think that's the point they have to come to, even when the twins are still here. You have to come to that point. Okay, I get that they don't believe what I believe. I get that they're not vibrating the way I'm vibrating. I get all of that, but you still, they're you. And so as much as you want them to be with you, and that's what you want them to be with you, you can't help but, once you're healed, you can't help but want to see them happy. And so there's a level of that, of course, that's kind of painful, because it's like, but it's not with me, and how can that be? You know, I mean, seriously? Seriously? Yeah. But then on the other hand, there's still that you can't not want happiness for them. Yeah. I mean, you just can't. Yeah. And so I know that, I know, of course, I can feel from the other side right now. So I know that person understands her pain, does, and really, it feels like wants to reach out and comfort her, but she's not in vibrational alignment yet with being comforted, because she's in that frequency, frequency. Yeah. And I think it's very interesting too that you brought up that people who cross over aren't always ready to be. Yeah, I know it's not twin flame, but my stepfather was that way. You know, he was gone since 2008, and he's only just recently been willing to be. And it's like, that did not make sense to me at all. I'm like, what do you mean he won't talk? What do you mean he won't talk? But no, he wouldn't talk. And then all of a sudden he's talking, and I'm like, okay, but so that is something too, that we don't understand exactly what's going on in that dimension. Yeah. Okay. So she did ask, she spends all of her time in her bedroom. She can't find any joy at all. He wouldn't want me to be with someone else. That was here. He wouldn't. Yeah. That right there is a 3-dimensional way of thinking. Like you said, he's in a tower now. So he's not in the 3-dimensional playing field anymore. He's in a higher tower. So of course they want you to move on and find love within however it looks for you. They want you to be happy. So he doesn't want you to be in low vibration. He doesn't want you to go through the pain of study losing him day to day, because when you're in that vibration, you are legitimately re-traumatizing yourself of losing him. Yeah. Your whole energetic system, your body is in chaos. And so he doesn't want you to live that way, because you all are twins. You all have a mission here. And even though that he's passed away, you still have a mission. Like, I'm doing this work, I still have a mission. He's helping me with this mission. So the faster you wake up and are able to raise yourself out of that vibrational stagnant state, the faster you're going to be able to communicate with him, because he's doing his part to get to you. You got to meet that part too. Yeah. So it's all about vibrational alignment. Everything is energy. So, yeah. Another question I would be curious about is, how did they communicate when he was here? Were they telepathically linked? Did they have that link and all of that? Because that's a huge thing too, if you're linked that way. And so, yeah. And it depends on where they are on their journey, on their twin evolution journey. Right. And that's
from us transcending throughout lifetime different energies. Some couples might have been more telepathic. Some couples might not have been. That might have been something they're working on within themselves. So by you pulling back your layers and doing your internal self-healing, you'll be able to gain more aspects, be able to communicate with him more. And he's doing his work on his side, because after my twin had passed away, he would tell me that he's doing work too, and he wouldn't go into detail. I wouldn't even ask, because I had so much work to do myself. So I wasn't even worried about what he was doing.
It's very interesting that you brought that up, because a couple of moon phases ago, I don't know if it was the last new moon or the last full moon. I think I may have told you this. Spirit told me, because it was like, we were in Pisces or something. I don't know. And I was like very weepy, and I'm like, why am I weepy? This is crazy, and my friend who does astrology, she's like, we're in a Pisces place right now. So everybody's weepy. Everybody I'm hearing from is weepy, and nobody knows why. And so, but as soon as we were through talking, Spirit said, you do know that the other dimensions, they go through the same moon phases. I mean, they're here. That dimension is here. They're just not vibrating where you can see them. So the people on the other side, they go through the same things we are, as far as like the moon phases and all of that. So even though we can't see them, so my friend who does astrology, I said, are you aware of this? And she's like, I had never thought of that. And I said, well, I hadn't either, until Spirit said, oh, you do know, right? But, and I don't know why that was brought up to me, other than I guess my stepfather had finally started talking and stuff. But so it was kind of an explanation of, they're still doing their stuff over there. If they didn't heal, or over there in that dimension, whatever, if there are things they didn't heal, because and we've been in a society where we've been taught that things are like heaven and hell and all that kind of, and of course that's not the case. They're just vibrating now in a different dimension, and even though they may not feel the way we feel, they're having an experience there, and so they still have things to deal with. They still have work to do. There's still stuff going on, and not all of them are guides. Some of them have different things. So but so that's the other thing for her to remember, is that he's got a life too, of some sort. We don't really understand what it is. So it's just heal, so that you can connect. And I'm quite sure he doesn't want to connect with her, feeling like aren't you hurting? But I certainly understand her pain. I mean, I can't imagine. So I'm not saying healing is that easy thing to do, but I know that's our last question, but I know that you do, just like I do, what we believe is so spot on. I know you can help with healing like that. So as we wrap up, do you want to go into how you can help with all of these people? And
yes, I actually had a masterclass a few months ago, and I had one person join the program, and I am a spiritual empowerment coach, so I do coach in other arenas too. But I am working together with my twin now to bring that program back, and how it's going to look. So within the next 2 weeks, I should have my program and everything sit on board. So if you're ready to get into the energetic work of peeling back the pain, peeling back the pain, and connecting to your spirit guide. Now, the person that did sign up for it, she finished it and she loved it, so it works, but you have to be willing to do the work, and doing the work, but it's so much beauty in doing the work. When I try to get people to understand, some people are afraid to face these aspects of their self. But if you want the power, you want to walk into your divine power, not even just the twin flame arena, if you want to just walk in your divine power in general, you have to be willing to go inwards and pull back the limited beliefs, the programmings that no longer serve you on a soul level. You have to up level yourself and ascend past that. So this work is very, very important on the twin flame arena of you all being able to get past the pain of losing your twin. Trust me, I know I didn't ever want to look at another person again, so I understand the pain and the hurt and the loss. Like, I legitimately feel it in the pit of my stomach now, and that's why I'm sitting here transmuting that energy now. But you can move past that, because you have so much work to do. We have work to do. We're holding the battlefield for you guys. Come on, so you all have so much work to do. It's just a matter of getting past the pain and the hurt, so you can ascend and transcend and become your higher self.
Yeah. And when you talk about that we have work to do, maybe that might be encouraging if you explain what we mean by have work to do, because some people may not understand that either. So do you want to talk some about that?
Okay. So what I mean by have work to do, we're all energy. We're all light. And so with us being in this denser energy, the 3D, we have the polarities. We have the, you want to say negative and positive, with the light coming in, we are like the barriers of light. Twin flames hold that frequency of the divine to come into this reality to be able to spread love. So what I mean by work to do, you have energetic work to do. We're all energy. So energetic works mean transcending those pains and hurts within yourself. Because when you're doing that, you're not only doing that for yourself, you're doing that for the collective as well. And when you get to a certain level of transcending yourself, you can go out and energetically work on healing the collective itself. So this is energetic work that we're talking about. Everything is energy on its finite level, is energy. So that's what I mean by work to do. We have a lot of energetic work to help raise the consciousness of everyone on the planet so we can go to where we need to go.
Right, because when you say collective, I mean, there can be the whole collective, but then there's the human collective which is incarnate right now. So we're trying to raise that, and we all came here in agreement as one. And the human collective, this is what a lot of people don't understand, actually values the individuality of each of us, because each of us stepping into our individuality and doing what we came here to do, the work we came here to do, which is just be who we came here to be. That's our work. The human collective, which is one, which values the individual. And when we each individually show up vibrating in our unique frequency, we're happy, healthy, whole, and complete. And that makes the collective healthy, happy, whole, and complete. So it's not about the work. Is you work on yourself, your life gets better, everybody's life gets better. So so it is a way to heal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What else do you have going on, Gabrielle? What else do you have? Because I know you have so much, whether they're twin flame, not twin flame, you have so much to offer. And I've seen your huge master class, and it's brilliant. So
thank you.
Yeah, and been through part of it. Yeah, I've been through a lot of it actually, and it's amazing. I mean, it's kind of like you don't cut your own hair. Well, you don't doctor yourself, and you don't do this all by yourself either. We help each other with it. So your class is amazing. I can say that as a testimonial. So, but what else do you have for them?
So I have another course that's called the Blueprint for Walking into Your Power. And this takes you through the energetics of this it's not just directed towards twin flame. This is about pulling back the layers of yourself to connect to your soul on a deeper level so you can walk in your divine power and show up in this world this way. So it goes into the energetics of trauma relief. We go through trauma meditations. You get bi-weekly coaching calls with me. It's a whole mindset shifting to be able to get you in vibrational alignment to where you need to be to create the life and be the person you want to be.
Yeah, you did wonders for me with all the work I was doing anyway. But we get stuck on our own, no matter how transcendent we are, no matter how we're always, it's a spiraling upward healing. And we get to points where, like, and you and I talk about this all the time. It's like, it's not that I don't know that, but it's so different when somebody else steps in and says, okay, we need to. And that's why, and I know we're but that's why I think the whole thing about twin flames being mirrors, because the reason it works like it does is because we mirror one another and we share back with one another. So I actually think twin flames have a better chance of healing because they are mirrors if they understand energy management. Yeah, I use the analogy, do you really want to put your makeup on without a mirror? That's so
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So I think it's just so much easier if, because that's why we come to each other for healing, is because you can see it yourself, but you can't. But when you get with someone else, then you're able to mirror it back to each other and say, okay, I know you know this, but, and it's like, I do know that. Why am I not doing it? So it really does work. So I want people to know that it doesn't matter if you've been on this journey a long time, if you're in that spiraling upward and you've circled back to an inner layer of healing you need, Gabrielle's course is amazing for that, because that's what she did for me. I mean, I was in a bad way, girl. I was in a bad way. And yeah, you picked me up and loved me through all of it. So
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will be doing this weekly, so get your questions out. I'll be making more videos around it to let you all know what we'll be doing. But get your questions out, whatever questions you have about the twin flame journey. If you're dealing with something along your journey and you just want to ask about it, get those questions out, and I'll be happy to answer them and help you along your way.
I'm so glad you're doing this, because I know that people love having their questions answered, and it's very different when you just read it. So again, I honor you for what you're doing, because that's, girl, I just
thank you so much for helping me with this. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. That was my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I'm thrilled to do it. Well, I help people with energy management with authors, as an author, to help them put together books, but to also help them be sure they're putting together the right book at the right time in the right way. So on the back end of it, their book can become their business, or their business can be furthered by their book. And a lot of people don't understand that, or they know, okay, if I have a book, I can do something with it, but what? That's something I'm going to be helping people do, is have a front end. They know what they're doing, and back end, you definitely know what you're doing. Then you write. And so Gabrielle and I are coming together. She's going to be the lead author of a collaborative book on twin flame stories. And so we're looking for people who want to tell their story. With that, you get this whole program of how to do this. So once you stepped out of here, not only will you have been part of a collaborative book that is going to do amazing, we're going to go bestseller. We're going bestseller.
Yes.
But you're going to have gone through this program with me, where you understand energy management. I'm going to be teaching energy management like crazy, but I'm going to be doing it also specifically for authors, how to turn your book into your business, or enhance your business with your book. This is just a different way of doing collaborative books. It's doing it from a whole different energy. We're going to heal as we do the book, and we're going to do it in a program that's planned, a planned program, much like what you do. So, how do people get a hold of you and let you know they want to be in the book and all of that?
Well, you all can DM me on any of my social media platforms. Gabrielle Washington is my Facebook name. I'm on all my social media platforms. If you're a member inside the group, you can DM me from inside of the group. I'm always available. And my phone number as well. You can text me at 601-842-7980. I'm available. I say text because, as we all know, the era that we're in, we get all these spam calls. So I tell all my clients to text me, new clients to text me until I get your number. So yes, so text me at that number, and then we can go from there, and I can get you the connection with Maisha and I.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait.
I know, me too.
Yeah, I'd like for us to have all of our authors and for us to be going like by May at least. And so so that's thank you so much for doing this too. That's going to be great.
Yes.
All right, Gabrielle. So and it's trying to freeze up on us again. So until next time, this has been Twin Flame Tuesday, which we're doing on a Monday because it's Valentine's Day. So I know Gabrielle wants to say Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys, and peace and love for me and my twin flame and my spirit guides.
Yes, me too. Thank you, Gabrielle.